History has a way of repeating. Let me take you back to August 21st and August 22nd of 2017. The Eagles hold joint practices with the Miami Dolphins. In that joint practice, the Eagles get to see Jay Ajayi up close, which helped to lead to them trading for him that year. Fast forward to 2022. Eagles joint practices with the Cleveland Browns and a running back that wants out. This is exactly what Howie Vision does. Dallas still stinks. Yo, by the way, King Dingbat here, and I hope everybody's having a great day. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're hanging in there. I see you, Howie Roseman, little guy. I see you, Howie Vision. We're all just living in it. I know how you think. I know what you're doing. You've sent your team to Cleveland to work out, but you also sent your coach to go talk to Kareem Hunt because the Eagles may need another running back before it's all said and done, just like in 2017. Now, we're going to get into it in a second, but before we do that, if you're new to the channel and you like the content, make sure to like. More importantly, make sure you subscribe for Eagles daily content, NFL content. We will be streaming the Eagles-Browns game. You don't want to miss it. And if you've been, subscribed for a while, just double check, double moonwalk check. Make sure you're still subscribed to Denzel Washington here because, YouTube acts a little weird, a little goofy sometimes. Now, in this video, there are two positions I want to talk about because these are the two most likely positions I think the Eagles could end up trading for at some point, okay? Running back and safety, okay? And I want to start with the running back situation because Miles Sanders, he's been hurt for the last, week with a hamstring, okay? And, it may not be that bad and they may be precautious and just playing it safe. But when you lose Miles Sanders off of this team and you take him out of the lineup and then you look at our running back situation, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. Now, I like Gainwell. Believe me, I like Professor Kenneth Gainwell. But I got to see more of him. I got to see him in more live games and see what he can do. Right now, I can't count that he's a number one running back. Boston Scott, I know he's not a number one running back. And then, if you need a back to get you, 3rd and 2, you want to be able to hand it off, a 3rd and 1.5, something like that. And you want to run the ball late in the fourth quarter because you don't want to throw, you want to run that clock out. You need that first down to basically be able to run the clock out. Who are you giving the ball to? Sanders, if he's healthy? Gainwell? Boston Scott? Boston Scott may be the best in that position because he's so small that teams can't see him behind that huge offensive line. But it's not good enough. I think the Eagles need to add another running back. And, the Eagles, Howie's a slick dude. Howie is very smart, and there's nobody better at doing trades and handling trades, okay? If you think the Eagles went to Cleveland just to practice and weren't looking around and scouting some of those players, you're crazy. Just like the Browns are doing the same thing for the Eagles. But seeing Nick Sirianni go up and talk to Kareem Hunt, that tells me he's scouting and he's trying to get a feel for the guy. Now, he's not talking about trades. He's not saying, hey, would you like to come to Philly? He can't do that. That's tampering. But you could go talk to a guy, hey, how you doing? What's going on? How's the family? And get a feel for kind of, where he's at. And then you go back to your GM and you call Howie up and you say, hey, yo, little guy, we got to make a play here. This guy wants out. And then Howie goes, calculate the calculation to the cornbread, and he comes over by the divisive of the gravitational pull of the force field of the earth of the rotational 1,000 miles per hour at the equator. Then he comes up with a trade. Pocket full of pencil protectors, big glasses. Howie does his thing, man. You can't mess with that guy. Not when it comes to trades. There's nobody I trust more with trades. I don't necessarily trust him at every draft pick, but I trust him with trades. He's getting much better with draft picks. If he has one more good draft, I'm going to put a suit and a tie on, and I'm going to give the apology of a lifetime to Howie Roseman. One more good draft. But there's nobody I trust more than with trades. And the Eagles, in my opinion, need a running back. Just thinking about Miles out of the lineup scares me. It absolutely scares me because I look at this team now, I go, they got great wide receivers. They got hell of a tight end. They got top 3 offensive line in football. They got a young quarterback with a bright future. Running back, if you take Miles out of that lineup, kind of scary. I don't think it's good enough. And even let's say Miles comes back and he's fine and he plays great, right? Miles is a guy who could take any play to the house. He could take a run at the 20-yard line, break it off for 80 yards. At any point in time, he's explosive. But even if he's still there, you need a complimentary back. Now, you could call Jordan Howard up. He's cheap. He will be there. Okay? But he's always hurt too. If you have a guy, let's say Miles plays and he's healthy, and you bring a guy like Kareem Hunt, okay? Now you have that explosive player in Miles, and then you have that complimentary back that goes with Miles, Gainwell, and Scott, a big physical guy. I mean, this is a guy that averages 2.8 yards after the run, or after contact, 2.8 yards after contact. So, I mean, he's going to run 3-4 yards, get hit, and he's going to give you another 2.8 yards. I think that a guy like Kareem Hunt is a guy that would be a perfect fit for the Eagles. And I got to believe, and I really do, I believe this 100%, that the Eagles are going to do their homework with him, that they talk to him on purpose, and we'll see if it comes to fruition. It might not. I don't think it would happen like right after the Browns-Eagles preseason game. I don't think it would happen preseason, but I think you get to around the trade deadline, just like with J.J. You get the Cleveland Browns. They got no Deshaun Watson. He's out 11 games. You get to the trade deadline, and they're kind of out of it. They're going to want to pick up. They're going to want to pick up something for a guy like Kareem Hunt, who they're about to lose for nothing. That's the perfect time to strike for Kareem Hunt. Okay, so to me, I think the Eagles definitely need to pursue it. And if you don't like Kareem Hunt because of the off-field stuff, totally get it. I respect it. But we got to find somebody else. We got to find a back somewhere, because I think the Eagles still need to add another running back. The other position where I think that the Eagles are in play to make a move is the safety position. And a lot of the reason I say that is because of this quote by Nick Sirianni. I think we have good competition in that group, talking about the safeties. Led, and here's the key, led by Marcus Epps. And then you have some good pieces to work with. And I'm excited. We've been getting these guys in with different groups. Sometimes with the ones, sometimes with the two. And it's exciting to watch them play with different groups. You notice how he said, led by Marcus Epps. Not Anthony Harris, not Tart, not a veteran. Not a guy who you would think. He said Marcus Epps. That tells me there's some concern at the other safety spot. Because to me, you're going to say led by, you're going to say Anthony Harris because he's the veteran. He's been there for a while. That tells me that maybe all isn't well with the safety position with Tart or Anthony Harris, in terms of they may feel like, all right, well, yeah, we got somebody. They can hold the fort down, hopefully. But are they really that good? That's where you got to look for a possible move of a guy like Jessie Bates. Something like that, right? Jessie Bates is going to play the long game with Cincinnati. He's another guy that you have to watch. And when you get close to the trade deadline, now both these moves I think have to be around the trade deadline type areas. But he's another guy that you get close to the trade deadline, could get traded. And the Eagles would make a lot of sense. If you could get Jessie Bates, I think you're set at safety, because it looks like Epps is a player. Looks like you could keep him around. If Epps and Bates are your safeties for the future, you're set. You're set. But I think if there's an opportunity to get him, you got to get him, okay? That's what I think. Because he is going to want to get paid. And he's going to want to get paid big time. Now, here's another reason why I think they're going to trade Jessie Bates at some point. Derwin James. Derwin James just got like $76.5 million contract extension by the Chargers. I think he's now the highest paid safety in the league. Now, Jessie Bates may not get the Derwin James money, but he's going to get more than he was asking for before Derwin James signed. You see, when a player signs at a position you play, it usually raises the contract. So even if you didn't get the same amount of money as him or more, you're going to get more than you were asking for before. The market value just went up by the Cincinnati Bengals being cheap, not wanting to pay him, it's going to cost them more. They may say, forget this, we don't need this, let's just trade him and be done with it. This opens up the opportunity for the Philadelphia Eagles to go out and get a guy like Jessie Bates. So the opportunity, the position is perfect for the Eagles. They need a guy like Jessie Bates. No question about it. I think really the two big positions that you need to possibly go trade for, running back or a safety. And I really think it's going to be one. I think the Eagles will probably get one of the two before it's all said and done. But, I mean, we'll have to see how things play out. I would not, and talk about compensation-wise, when it comes to Jessie Bates, I'm not giving a first-round pickup. Can't give up a first-round pick at this point. Now, if you get close to the trade deadline, and I forget when the trade deadline is at, I think the trade deadline is like around week 9, somewhere around there. If it is, I think that's enough time to make a determination on Jalen Hurts. If Jalen Hurts has been great and he looks like he's my quarterback and he's getting an extension and you have to trade one of those multiple first-round picks to do it, I would consider it then. But not before then. I can't do it before that, okay? But the Eagles, they gotta figure out what they can get, what they can give for Jessie Bates. As far as Kareem Hunt goes, I think a mid-round pick, maybe Jalen Reagor and a late pick, I think that should get it done. Something like that. The Eagles would have a much easier time landing Kareem Hunt than Jessie Bates. Now, the question is, do they want to get Kareem Hunt in and then sign him to a contract? I don't know about that. I'm thinking more of a rental for 1 year and then let him go, because I don't want to pay running backs too much. But, I don't know. Whatever it takes for the Eagles, I think you have to get a running back, and I think you have to go out and get a safety. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think these are two positions the Eagles need to address? Do you think they'll address any of them? And, hey, do you believe that history repeats like I do? With that said, take care. Talk to you later, of course. Don't be a dingbat. And remember, it's Howie Vision. We're all just living in it. I was this close to buying Madden and then putting a message out there, I'm going to kick everybody's butt. I'm playing Madden. And I didn't do it. I pulled back. You know what I mean? I just don't know. Is this game going to be worth it, or is it just recycled trash? I'm so sick of the recycled trash on Madden. But I want a game to play. I want something to play that I like, that I'll enjoy. But I haven't enjoyed Madden in like 5 years. So who the hell knows? Let me know what you guys think. Denzel Washington, out.